First, guys, let me set the tone for this Bison review. Bison might be the most overtuned DLC character that I have played in a long time, guys. And I'm including Street Fighter V and all the DLC characters we play for Street Fighter 6. Man, even when Luke first came out in Street Fighter V, no one even recognized he was insanely powerful until like maybe 5-6 months later. I think Abigail, man, was the last character where we're like, okay, this character is cracked, right? There's something up here. You know how you have all those YouTube thumbnails like this character is broken, this character is OP? These thumbnails might actually be legit this time. I don't know if this honeymoon phase is gonna end. We'll see. This might finally break the cycle, and it's really clear and obvious too, because we just started playing ranked, and on day 2 we were pretty much one match away from 1800 MR in Master Rank, and we spent most of the second day playing World Tour and learning the Bison story. So yeah, that's a pretty big sign, guys. I play every single character, so we have like a direct comparison to see compared to the other characters that we play. But yeah, man, there's a lot of reasons for that, which we're gonna get into. Bison seems to be a very, very powerful knowledge check character that needs to be on everyone else's radar, and his design seems very anti-meta. So let's talk about the strengths, right? Let's get right into it, man. I'm gonna skip the aesthetic and all that. We gotta get right to business with this one. There's a lot to talk about. So the public enemy number 1, the big move here is Bison's knee press. So part of what makes Bison a super powerful knowledge check character is his 2 core moves. Not even talking about the Psycho Mine. Psycho Crusher and knee press are so insane, multi-purpose, and overtuned. It does everything, man. It's crazy. Okay, so first off with knee press. First off, this thing blows up low attacks. So I'll get Jerry to do like a low hit. This thing goes over lows. It goes over it. So the low forward dry rush meta, this does very well against it. It's safe on block if you space it correctly, and has a massive amount of pushback. Let me turn on the frame meter. It's -5, but look at the pushback on this thing. Look how far Bison spaces out on this. -5, okay? The -5 or 5 frames for a lot of characters are their lights, like standing light kick. For a lot of Shotos, for example. So you have to be in light kick range to even punish this thing. It chips you down. Let me set the drive meter here to standard. It slowly wears down and chips you down. As a charge character should. However, this move is not even a charge. You can walk around and walk forward and use knee press. What's going on, Capcom? Which is really funny too, because on day 1 I was accidentally trying to charge this move constantly, and it took me a long time to get adjust to that it's a motion. This move also does not knock down, which in some cases you'd be like, oh, that's not good. But in Bison's case, it's very good, because since this move doesn't knock down, you are +2 right in front of their face. You are in throw range, and you are put into a strike, throw, shimmy mix-up every time the opponent gets hit by knee press. So that's either a random knee press, or you combo into knee press. From lights, you are always in that throw range. So every time you get hit by this, you are in a mix. And if Bison does succeed in getting a throw, or a shimmy, or a strike, you could be put back into that mix again and take a substantial amount of damage. I'll show on throw here too. So reverse up to down, just get Jerry to throw. So I do knee press. You see, I can walk out. I can walk out the opponent pressing throw on the first frame. I don't know how, but I can. Absolutely insane. Absolutely nuts. Is there anything else I didn't mention about knee press, guys? Chips you down, knockdown. It's not a charge. Counter hit knee press. Also combos into another knee press. It goes into another knee press, dude. There's so many times, man. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's hard on his knees. Yeah, it's hard on his knees. And of course, yeah, punish counter, we get even more deeps. Okay. Okay, so that's one. That's knee press. All right. So it's very powerful move. All right. And then now we have Psycho Crusher. Oh man, Psycho Crusher. Okay, Psycho Crusher. This is a charge move, by the way. Jury, I think, is a bad example. I think Jury has suffered enough, but I'll just show this real quickly. Psycho Crusher going over the fireball and knee press going over her fireball. But anyways, okay, hold on. Let's switch characters. Jury has suffered enough, guys. All right, so normal Psycho Crusher. Let's get Akuma to throw a fireball here. So normal Psycho Crusher eats fireballs, but you have to use it. You can't use this on reaction. This is a read. But still, for a normal Psycho Crusher, it's good, and it does knock down. Another thing about Psycho Crusher is that this is an anti-air. Every version of Psycho Crusher is an anti-air, which is really good. And of course, it goes until level 3. If you have the charge. And another thing that's good about it is it beats other... since it's an anti-air, it beats other aerial attacks. But things like dive kicks, Blanca Ball, Honda Headbutt, Kami Dive Kick, anything that's not on the floor, Psycho Crusher is going to beat because it's an anti-air. Now, there are other like specials that are like this, like obviously like uppercuts, for example. But Psycho Crusher is unique because this moves forward. You know, even OD Spire is not an anti-air, you know, and that's like, well, I'll say was the most powerful special move in the game. But yeah, since this is forward moving, it does a lot, right? Yeah, I'll show Honda Headbutt. Honda Headbutt is similar. Honda Headbutt is also an anti-air. So it comes down to who does which move first. If Honda does it first, I win, and if I do mine first, then I lose. That's basically how it works because they lose the anti-air invincibility afterwards. The OD version of Psycho Crusher is where it gets really interesting. So the OD version of Psycho Crusher is projectile invincible. It goes right through fireballs. Now, this doesn't matter if it's an OD fireball or a normal fireball. It doesn't matter how many hits the fireball is. It's completely projectile invincible. Full charge OD fireball, it doesn't matter. This is so fast, it could be done on reaction. And the best part, guys, it's safe on block. It's safe on block, guys. It's -3. You can't even punish this with a light attack, guys. You can't even punish it with a light. It goes full screen. It is jump scare fast. And if the opponent is in burnout, it's Bison's turn. It's +1, guys. It's +1. I have chipped out so many players with this move. Just going like this. Look at the pushback on this thing. Look, I'm pushing him towards the corner. Psycho Crusher, I think, honestly, knee press is insane. Don't get me wrong. But Psycho Crusher, OD Psycho Crusher might be the most powerful move in the entire game. Really. Everyone's radar is on knee press, but I think OD Psycho Crusher might be the most powerful move in the game. It is crazy. Okay? Like, it is so anti-meta. Alright, let's take this to the next level. I don't even need to say anything. I'll just show it. And you guys can just come to your own conclusions. Bro, I didn't even show the level 2. Oh, it gets better though, guys. I'll show you guys even something better. Full screen OD Psycho Crusher. Organic punish. Oh man. OD Psycho Crusher is level 3 confirmable from full screen away. So anytime you punish a fireball or you just randomly do it in a match and you hit the opponent, you can easily confirm this into massive damage. If you have CA, man, you can make such a good comeback from this. and then just drive rush after into low strong. All right, did I cover everything with OD Psycho Crusher? Oh yeah, this thing's an anti-air too. Oh yeah, oh yeah, anti-air, level 3, it doesn't matter. Bro, I forgot about the mine. Dude, the mine, if you have the mine on the opponent and you hit him with OD Psycho Crusher, it's over, man. It's over. The amount of damage you do with this thing, there's combos reaching 7,000, 8,000 damage punishes, man. It's crazy. It's basically a command hit grab. It's nuts. It's nuts, dude. The damage you can do after it. All right, guys. It's downplay time. Here we go. Prepare yourselves. Let's discuss Bison's weaknesses now. Now, before everyone grabs their pitchforks and torches, every time we review a character, I discuss strengths and weaknesses. Okay, so I'm going to try my best here. You guys can let me know if I'm convincing enough. All right. So one of Bison's core weaknesses is he has no invincible reversal, which is a pretty big deal in Street Fighter 6, man. Pretty volatile game. Drive rush, massive damage. You start each round with full meter. I mean, it could be pretty bad. Throw loops are everywhere, you know? But with Wake Up Drive Reversal and OD Shallow Rise, this move, this is throw invincible, by the way. And all 3 of his supers are invincible for reversals. Bison has some options. He's not completely helpless, but yeah, his number 1 weakness is definitely no reversal. The other weakness is Bison's backwalk speed is kind of slow, right? You know, like I'm walking back and forth. Look, see, I'm not going anywhere, guys. You know, it's kind of slow, right? That could be a weakness. His invincible anti-air, even though it's Psycho Crusher, it requires charge, you know? So like if I'm walking back and forth, guys, I have to use Crouching Fierce, you know? What's that heavy kick? You know, I can't, if you catch me like dive kicking, you know, if you dive kick on me or you have some really good jump attack, you know, I might get caught, right? If you're jumping over me, I need to charge. And it's a horizontal charge, so I don't have flash kick, you know? So that could be seen as a weakness, see? And Bison's damage, but the majority of the damage that you guys have seen, like the combo guides, the Twitter tech, most of it, the majority of it is after Psycho Mine. That's where Bison's real damage shines with this character. But most of his stuff is pretty tame. Like I'd say Bison's most of your damage the high damage comes from Psycho Mine, whereas the rest of the damage is through pokes and pressure and chipping the opponent down and from them making mistakes. He doesn't have access to like super high damage outside of the mine. His drive rush strings, like going heavy into heavy, this stuff you don't see too often because it's hard for him to go into his heavies naturally. You would have to go something like this to get the heavies out. And that's about it. That's the only thing I can think of, guys, for weaknesses. That's pretty much it. So, you know, I tried my best. What do you guys think? Did I convince you guys on the downplay, or what do you guys think? Don't leave me hanging here, guys. Come on. I tried. Dude, Bison has a lot more strengths. I only talked about 2 of his moves, bro. Like I didn't even mention Bison's drive rush, his standing medium kick, or his cancel low forward. But you know, that's fine. Yeah, that's not important, right? We just want to talk about knee press. Okay, so the next topic I want to talk about, guys, is you know, all right, Bison's strong. We get it. You know, boss character. He seems really, really good. But is that a problem? The core question is Bison too easy to play? What do you guys think? We're going to directly compare him to Honda, because Honda is an easy character to play, and he's designed that way. So we're going to go head to head with this character. So let's compare, you know, knee press to headbutt. When Honda does headbutt on you, it drains 1 full bar of drive meter. Every time he does headbutt, I lose a full bar of drive meter. I think, hold on, let me check the light headbutt too, so we can compare this appropriately. Yeah, pretty much almost 1 bar, even with the light headbutt. And headbutt is always safe on block. You do not need to space headbutt. However, headbutt requires a charge. and knee press does not require a charge. And the drain on knee press is about half a bar. That's light. Let me use the heavy. About half a bar. All 3 strengths is half a bar. If headbutt hits me, it knocks me down. Does a boatload of damage. And knee press does not knock down. And I think it tickles the opponent. Yeah, it tickles the opponent, but it leaves me plus at a restand. And headbutt can also anti-air. It can also armor through attacks and be used as a pseudo reversal that's not invincible to throws. So there's a lot of differences here between the attacks on their design. It depends if players find really good, reliable ways to deal with knee press, whereas Psycho Crusher requires a charge, so there is a tell. But we're gonna have to see. This is still like day 3 right now with the character. It really depends on this knee press. Dealing with knee press. Yeah, that's pretty much what makes or breaks. Like, the thing about knee press is it doesn't require a charge. That's like the core issue, I think. Because you have knee press. This move, it's designed, it has the strengths of a move that's a charge move, but it's not a charge move. And probably the reason why Capcom changed it to a motion is because of modern controls. Probably. Because the way modern controls works, if you guys don't play modern, is to do charge moves, you charge back, and then you press the special button. But Psycho Crusher is already a charge, and this move needs to be a charge. And if you charge down with modern controls and you press the special button, you're going to do Shadow Rise. And then forward and special obviously does the knee press for modern. So yeah, I don't know how they were supposed to make, 2 horizontal charge moves for modern. Every charge character doesn't have 2 horizontal charge moves. So it's definitely, in my opinion, I think it's because of modern controls. So I don't know, either they just make knee press a charge move again, if they want to emergency patch Bison, and then just allow modern to get away with not having the charge, or they have to balance it in different ways. Well, it really depends on Capcom. And once again, I don't want to do like a knee-jerk reaction on knee press because we still have to lab this move out, right? And figure out all of its counters. And I will be doing a Bison counter guide really soon, because I think this is a code red. This is a character that definitely you need to understand how to play against him. But either way, it's pretty clear, guys, that Capcom wanted a very anti-meta character. If you look at it, like, once again, Bison's knee press going over lows, man. So it stops low forward drive rush. He also can counter a lot of projectiles, the whole fireball drive rush meta for characters. OD Psycho Crusher goes through fireballs, and the normal Psycho Crusher eats fireballs. Very, very anti-meta right now. Deals with Rashid's level 2 really good. Bison does good against Shotos, it seems, because of that. He deals good against zoners like Guile. He does good against Cammy because he beats dive kicks. Blanca Ball, Headbutt. Just everything, man. It's like these 2 moves shut down so much in the game. It's crazy. So it's really going to come down to, like, do you guys feel like it's necessary for a character like this in the current meta right now? Because I think Season 2 is great. And there's, like, this cool little triangle going on with Shotos. There's, like, a very Shoto-esque meta where there's a lot of Kens, a lot of more Akumas. There's a ton of Akumas, right? Luke players are dropping off, right? Guile's moving up. We got Aki moving up. Then we have characters like counter, like projectile characters like Cammy, right? And we still have Kimberly, and now we have like Bison to add on there. We got Blanca, and then we have like, yeah, Rashid as well. There's it's really crazy right now. There's a lot of characters at the top, and we still have to see Bison like in tournament, because like I said, this is an early review. This is only like day 3. Like, everyone thinks Bison's strong right now too. All the pros are saying he's really, really strong. Like, some pros are even saying, man, if he had a reversal, he'd be the best character in the game. That's how hyped up Bison is. Definitely top 5 potential. Usually when we do our character reviews, I usually say the character's got potential. We'll have to wait and see. He looks good. He looks strong. But Bison seems extremely powerful. Like I said, he's the most overtuned character that I have played. That's my early review of him. But what's really going to make or break Bison right now as a tournament level character is, how does Bison deal in the highest level of play with no reversal? Is that big enough as a weakness? Because how many top tier characters do we have, guys, that don't have reversals? How many? Who is there? You can argue maybe if Zangief's a top tier character, he doesn't have a reversal. Maybe Aki, if you consider a top tier. I can't think of anyone else, right? At the beginning, there was Marisa. I mean, Lily's had some success at the beginning of season 2, but there's not too many. That's my point. So there's that. That's one. And the second thing is knee press. Will pros figure out great ways to deal with knee press? And by the way, once again, I'm going to try to make a counter Bison guide as soon as I can. That I'll try to lab stuff against knee press as well. That's what's going to make or break Bison. But yeah, jokes aside, guys, like hyping up Bison and doing this review, I'm really happy with Bison. I like the idea that, I mean, yeah, he might be a little too overtuned, but I like the idea that this character is immediately strong. Pro players are taking an interest to him, and we're probably going to see him in tournaments right away. It's not going to be a waste of a slot. He's the big bad boss, and he's getting a lot of attention, and we have another character we're kind of adding to the meta of the game, which I really like, you know. But I think character like Bison might be necessary, especially against certain things like the low forward drive rush, even though Bison has low forward drive rush. But stopping low forward drive rush and fireball drive rush meta, I think it's great. But, you know, if we have like 6-7 Bisons and 1 Rashid in top 8, then yeah. Capcom had to take a look at it, but don't fear. You know, Capcom's confirmed that we're not just getting 1 balance patch a year. We've already had a tiny emergency nerfs already with Bison's release to Zangief and Akuma. So when Terry releases, we'll see what Capcom thinks about Bison, or if they emergency nerf him even before that, Abigail Styles, then that'll give us a pretty clear picture as well. But yeah, I'm really happy with Bison. I think it's easier for them to tone him down rather than have a situation like poor Ryu, man, you know, where they give a character like with Street Fighter 5's, man, they kept on buffing Ryu over and over, and they just can't get people to play him. Of course, Ryu's a special case because he's a Shoto, but I think this will be easier for Capcom to deal with Bison. We'll have to see.